Marieta. Can you just explain to me what organization you're involved in back in Rotuma?
I'm involved with the Rotuma Women's Association back in the island. We have 12 registered clubs and we get together once a month on the first Friday. We bring all our knowledge and skills to share, and as women. So Leche Rotuma was kind enough to let us be their partners. And recently we held a workshop on leadership and management. So Leche Rotuma brought us all the way over from the island to Lambasa, which we are so fortunate.
Okay. In terms of climate change issues, what does your women's organization do for your women back in Rotuma with regards to awareness about the climate change issues? Do you hold
So far, nothing has been done until after this summit. All the knowledge that we have learned.
Can you just maybe tell us some things that you have learned in the past 3 days?
I have learned a lot, and it's hard to put it together in the first few minutes. We came from the island with little knowledge of climate change, and after this 3-day summit, we've gained a lot.
Have you learned anything that you would think that you'll be using back in Rotuma? Any adaptation policies or projects that you have found very useful that you can relate to?
First of all, we've learned not to take for granted the natural resources that we have. For example, our coral coasts are receding. When we were children, we have wide beaches in front of our homes. Now we'll no longer enjoy that. In some places, the rising sea level has taken all the sand from the beaches, and in most places there's only rocks, volcanic rocks. Another is the burning of our forest. We Rotuman women love to burn our rubbish. Today, we've learned to bury them in compost heaps instead of burning everything that our hands can get hold of. And I'm sure most of us use firewood for cooking our food. We've learned that solar is cheaper. But anyway, back in the island, it's not that easy to compromise. Fuel is expensive. The government has held up with a biofuel plant. So instead of buying diesel or importing it from Stuba, we can always buy from our biodiesel plant.
In terms of, do you think that going back to Rotuma, when you go back to Rotuma, do you think the women of Rotuma will appreciate all the knowledge that you brought back with you?
I'm sure they will, 100% sure. Because Lechi is coming with us to hold a workshop about this awareness of climate change and other things concerning nature as well.
How many women are in your organization altogether?
We have 12 registered clubs in the island.
And the clubs are
from different districts and villages.
Okay. So, what kind of projects does your club do?
Some clubs are involved in vegetable gardening helped by government, some with chicken farming or meat birds, others virgin oil, virgin coconut oil and soap making, and the rest with weaving, mat weaving, traditional crafts, and selling them at their homes or bringing it to our women's center.
So you send the products over by boat back to Suva?
Yes, some are sent by boat, whereas some are sold in the island. And we've got a rest house run by the Rotuma Women's Association, which brings in a lot of money from government departments and visiting dignitaries, as well as visitors to the island.
In terms of climate change issues, have you noticed any changes with the weather pattern in Rotuma?
Yes, we have. Our traditional knowledge of the weather is no longer. what you call, it's no longer, I can say, in use. Our parents used to tell it, this is an example, when we have very, very cold nights, the next day is going to be very sunny and hot. Now the weather is no longer predictable. We now know that it's due to climate change. Our white, beautiful beaches, most of them have disappeared because of the rising sea level. In most places in our island road, there's just enough space for one car to go. And our coconut trees in the coastal areas are falling off one by one.
Do you have that problem back in Rotuma, deforestation?
We don't really, because there's lots of land available for use. Our natural forests are still there.
Do you have any issues with food security? Like the loss of traditional food, traditional plants?
Rotuma is only a small island, and I will be lying if I say there's a loss of food security. All our leftover food is thrown to our pigs. There's hardly a family that will go hungry. So lack of food is not a problem in Rotuma. If someone says that he or she goes hungry, it's just that it's plain laziness, because there's lots of land available.
So, do you hope to come back next year for the next
Hopefully.
Thank you very much, Marieta.